Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're gonna try a little different technique. Uh, so yeah, I started streaming. I forgot to. Oh, I went the wrong way. Should have went the other way and got me, but I lucked out. I just hit a boulder trap, boys. Should have killed me though. I jumped left, but I was lucky it went left. I mean, it went right. You what? What happened? Oh. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I heard they're stackable. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just said that. Didn't you hear what I said? I heard the. I thought you said that you can get new frog feet. Yeah, but I'm saying you could technically have like 2 frog legs, because the frog feet or the frog suit with the frog legs means it doubles. So it acts like then you get double the height jump, more flying ability to fly higher with wings. So I'm gonna be doing it as soon as I get to hard mode. I just haven't got to hard mode yet. There's no gel down here? Come on, man. Should have been gel down. I killed all those guys earlier. They didn't give me any gel. Yeah, you basically, if you get all the... Well, yeah, I mean, it should be. Oh, teleport. Did I ever tell you guys about how to harvest sand? You put a torch under it, and then you drop the sand into the torch, and it just all just goes right into your inventory. Gavin, did I tell you about the harvesting sand? Just a nice way to harvest sand. Alright, well, let's go build our base. Oops. Pay attention. I'd like to get that, Bum, 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 ba-dum. Why has this happened? I need to be able to get this.
What's this? Oh.
Dang it, I was trying to get down there to get the dang. Oh, stars. I really don't care about this stuff. I'm trying to do it like, I don't know, I guess ground up. I'm trying to think of a new way of doing this. Let's see if it'll work. Is this just testing? No, it's not testing. It's working on a new idea for how I start my worlds off. So, I mean, it's a little bit like testing, but I already kind of know what I need to do. I just am seeing if this is going to work better. Basically, I'm running into an issue where I want to... I like running this world, you know, and it has lava, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I should just do more of a lava in the base. Right at the get-go, and then just build up, because I spend a lot of time sometimes digging and doing stuff in the soil. So I'm kind of rethinking, like, okay, basically if I go up though, like up here and build up, it's technically a lot easier for me. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So when I start the map, a lot of times I'll build my house like at the level of the house. And now I'm thinking, I played with a friend the other day, and he did it where he didn't play at the house. He played like this. He built everything off the ground, off the base of the earth. And I thought, oh, that's actually maybe not a bad way to go, since I'm always using lava in the beginning to kill stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, if I'm up here, let's just say I'm up here. Imagine I'm sitting in my base, right? If I'm sitting up here doing stuff, all these slimes and things will come, be right here at the surface and be dying. And that means I can get free gel, free items, you know, just constantly. Basically, is the idea. Is what I'm thinking at least. It's also really good because I can just run right off the bat. First thing I do is go look for lava. And like all these trees, I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to, basically I'm building myself I don't know if you know what I'm doing here. I'm harvesting trees without having to, chop them down. You know, I don't have to spend time chopping any trees, really just maybe one tree in the beginning, if that makes sense. and then I can just. It's just a way of, it's just another way of me thinking about how I start my worlds off. Basically, it's what I'm doing different. I still don't have that much wood, unfortunately. Well, I finally got through it about a week ago, and now I'm just in hard mode expert. Ah, very cool, man. Well, congrats, that's awesome. You finally got it, yeah. How do you like it, man? How do you like it since you got it? It's kind of like real life, isn't it? Playing Terraria is kind of like real life, you know? If you imagine if we were kind of primitive, you'd have to go out and try to make all your stuff yourself, you know? Well, we call it the evil. The actual evil in this world is kind of like that. It's corrupting everything. It's called the demons. The demons are corrupting everything that's good. And in this game, you fight against demons, so I guess it's kind of like that, yeah. Now I'm hoping when I teleport, I don't die. That's why I'm gonna do this real quick. I already have a ton of ore. Look at this, I have 160 pieces. I'll make a silver pickaxe here. But I also wanted the idea of not going too far and doing like I'm playing this particular mode where I'm trying to do what's called I'm gonna exhaust my resources, and I'm gonna take advantage of everything I possibly can early on to exhaust, make the game work, make it where it's like I'm forcing the game to like try to get advantage of every option I have in the game. Min-maxing, I guess you'd call it, min-maxing before I progress the game. So trying to do, like, get as much as possible as close to me and before I have to progress the game. So I don't know, I've been thinking about, my brother and I talk about it a lot. What's interesting is that, you know, when a person plays a game, there's kind of two feelings that I think people run through. One, they run through a rush feeling, kind of like they're having a high, like a rush, like, oh, I gotta go real fast, and like that's one of the reasons people like video games, you know, like really rushing through a game, like, oh, I've gotta, you know, I've got to do all this real fast and be efficient. It's like all about efficiency, because you think about real life, you think, well, people that are more efficient in real life usually get more accomplished, you know? They say every person has 24 hours in a day. And it's a matter of each person to decide how they use their time. Some people will sit around and do nothing for, all day. Other people will be talking about how they accomplished, climbing a mountain, riding a bike 20 miles and playing tennis for 10 hours. And they, they wrote 3 letters and they watched a movie and, they have to get all these things in because it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do all this stuff, So there's people like, different people live life differently. And, not that, some people want to take it easy at some days and whatnot. So, anyways, the point is just that, in Terraria, it's a little bit like that. You can kind of just chill, play it like, I'm just going to take my time, no rush, Or you could be like, no, I got to go. We got to try to get another run in. I want to do, a new seed. I want to do the dungeon seed or the drunk seed. Or, people are like, rushing to get through the game, right? But what's funny about video games is that they give you the kind of time, each person, I've been learning this myself, because even my own sons and I, we don't really play games together, because we all think differently, we play differently, we have different ideas or strategies, and it's hard to mesh people's ideas and strategies together. I won't lie, it's a complicated thing. I think it's much harder than people think. I think most of the time people are unhappy because things don't go their way. But it's also safe to say that one of the reasons why things don't go our way is because we don't know how to communicate very well. I think we really, as humans, are suffering in communication. I saw it earlier today. I saw a film where, they were saying this is why cops have to be so brutal sometimes with people, because they resist arrest. And the cop got shot. And when, other police officers see this, of course, they're going to have a lot more precaution and say, man, we're not messing around. Either you surrender, or else, we're gonna, we have to take measures to the next level and stuff. And unfortunately, that's also caused this whole problem where, I'm not saying that what this cop did last week or 2 weeks ago is wrong, because I think from everything I heard about it, it sounds like the cop did do unjust, and he should be prosecuted for, attempted murder. If everything I've heard or seen, or I really didn't look into it, but we all know that the Howard guy, I forget his name, something. Anyways, it's creating a big problem. But part of it is, like, the first thing I could tell is, I saw these cops, and their communication, obviously the guy was going to resist. But my thing is that if you know the guys are going to resist, why don't you try changing the language a little bit? Like, okay, for example, like, if I know somebody doesn't want to be arrested, why don't I just, try to let him explain himself, and then if you're going to arrest someone, I think instead of being so, maybe polite about it, I think you just have to say, listen, sir, if you can't if you can't work together, if we can't, figure this out, I am going to have to arrest you, but I don't want to arrest you. We don't want to arrest anybody. And I think just those little things, I think if they said something like that, he would be like, what? You don't want to arrest me? Well, no, we don't want to arrest you, man. We just want to talk, And I think, and then what you do is, you have to deal with the fact that, if a person is really guilty or he's in trouble, blah, 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 with the law, then, yeah, you're going to have to say, listen, I don't want to do this, man, but we've got to bring you in, But I think of it like, negotiating, you got to try to negotiate with people. And I think that's one of the problems is the police officers don't really want to negotiate. They just want to say, hey, you're going to follow us. You're going to do what we tell you. And people are like, wait, what? You work for us. We don't work for you. So it gets really complicated. But I think in everyday life, like even playing games with people, I've seen how much... Ooh, I got a mirror. Nice. I see how much people want things to go like their particular way. It's really quite fascinating. And when things don't go their way, they get pretty upset. They're not happy. Anyway, that was a long. I probably didn't go into all the other details. Floyd. It was Floyd, all right? Floyd. James Floyd or something. What was the issue that we had with the guy? Do you remember the guy's name that got the police officer that eventually, I guess, they ended up killing him? So yeah, what was his name? George Floyd. Yeah. Okay, also when I was in pre-hardwood, I was getting to stuff to make the nice edge and the blade of grass with legendary from Crafted, and the great sword I reforged once and also got legendary. Yeah, it was George Floyd, I think. And I feel bad. I didn't want to see that, but at the same time, I side with police officers. I think that's not fair to the police officers to be resisting an arrest. I think then you're kind of asking for your own. If you're gonna resist an arrest, then I think if a cop ended up doing something, and now granted in his situation he shouldn't have died, and he should have at that point. I mean, obviously, that's the thing. At some point, you do have to say, okay, I'm not supposed to hurt a person. I'm supposed to try to do everything in my power not to hurt them. But at the same time, if a person resists arrest and you realize that sometimes force has to be implemented, even by pulling a gun on someone and saying, hey, listen, if you don't cooperate, I'm going to shoot you because people's lives might be in danger and whatnot. I mean, in this case, I don't think anyone's lives were in danger. But I think in theory, at that point, I think a cop does have the right to say, listen, I've given you ample warnings. I've told you already 2-3 times to cooperate. And if you're not going to cooperate, then yeah, I'm going to pull you in. Now, the thing is, a lot of times they are hiding stuff. People are, usually don't get pulled over. I mean, not always, but most of the time they don't get pulled over for nothing. Like, there is something hiding. Right, there are certain techniques that I think people are saying now that should be removed. They are too forceful. And, ultimately, I think, again, I always go back to, I really think a lot of these problems we're having could have been solved by just proper learning to negotiate with people. Or, I would do what I would do, and I would stick Jesus on them. Because, see, okay, let me tell you the power of Jesus. See, Jesus' power is so much stronger than people think. They don't actually believe it, but it actually is true. Like if you confront someone in the name of Jesus, you see, then they have to deal with them on a spiritual level. And the thing is, people don't know that there's power in the name of Jesus. So in the Bible, there's all these miraculous things happen. And God always said, well, you have to use my name. He says, in my name, if you ask, these things will be done for you. Certain things. And I've seen actual, people talked about I heard a story recently of some kids that actually were doing some pretty heinous things. I won't go into details. Pretty bad. Anyways, the lady, when they tried to abduct this girl, it was an older lady, and they were gonna kidnap her. She said, in the name of Jesus, you have no power over me. And they were like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, then all of a sudden the tires blew out on the car, and they ran off in the woods. And when the police officers show up, they followed them, and they found all these other things going on with these kids and what they were doing. They're up to no good. And it was real bad, actually. I don't want to talk about it. It's so bad. But she believed that God could do something. And now that's the difference. See, she actually believed God could help her in this situation. She knew she was in trouble. She knew she might die. She knew that. But she wasn't afraid. And they said that she was like a patriarch. Like one of the... Like, she's been a really strong Christian believer for many, many years. But I really do think that we are Why don't I teleport? And why does it teleport me into the thing? It shouldn't have teleported me into the thing. Okay, so I've been wanting to fix this. This is the problem. This is what happened to me yesterday. I teleported, and then here's the thing. When I'm falling, I hit my teleport like 3 times, and it doesn't teleport. I gotta watch this. Because I've been wondering, why am I dying all the time? Nothing is ever working. I think it's my mouse is bad. I gotta watch it. I was purposely recording this so I could see. Let's see. Okay, what happened? Let me look up my video.
It's so annoying. It's so...
What is annoying over there? What are you talking about? Yeah, you stop that. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. But it won't matter. I gotta stop it anyways. I think I'm just gonna reload the guy because he shouldn't have died. I've done this before. He shouldn't have popped through my. I don't understand why I'm going through my bricks. It's really bollocks because I have done this before. Like I know, unless it's breaking more than 2. Does it break more than 2? Is it 3? Is that what? That must be what's happening. Ah, it must be 3. It's not 2. It's 3. When I teleport, it's 3 blocks wide. Okay, hold up. Put the player back. Let's check something out. I'm gonna test this out. Empty recycling bin. Okay, restore. Alright, let's play again. Let's just test this out. Oh, here. Before I do that, I'm gonna look at my video. Where's my video at? Videos? Okay. So that's me recording. But she believed that God could do something. And now that's the difference. See, she actually believed God could help her in this situation. She knew she was in trouble. She knew she might die. She knew that. But she wasn't afraid. And they said that she was like a patriarch. Like one of the... Like she's been a really strong Christian believer for many, many years. But I really do think that we are. I'm like, wait, teleport. Why don't I teleport? And why does it teleport me into the thing? It shouldn't have teleported me into the thing. Okay, so I've been wanting to fix this. Why don't I teleport? But she wasn't afraid, and they said that she was like a patriarch, like one of the believer for many, many years. But I really do think that we are. Why don't I teleport? And they said that she. Why don't I teleport? Strong Christian believer for many, many years. But I really do think that we are. Why don't I teleport? And why does it teleport me? Why did I take 80 damage at the base? It shouldn't have teleported me into it. That is so bollocks. Okay, let's fix this. We're gonna fix this right now. let's do this. Where's my mirror? What? Didn't give me the mirror? I had a mirror from a chest. Dang it, didn't give it to me. I hope it's still down there. Bollocks. Okay, so where is it? Wait, why did it break that? Okay, where am I? I'm in. Okay, so it's a 3 by 3. Okay. And it's technically, I like how it's a 3 by 3, but it puts the spawn thing in the middle between 2 blocks. And then it takes the right blocks and the top blocks with it. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's that's the spawn. If you spawn in, that's the spawn right there. Okay, why you no go out and fight them? Well, that's a waste of time. I don't need to fight them. I mean, I have lava to fight for me. Unfortunately, my teleport is not set up properly. I was trying to figure out why I'm breaking my houses. I'm trying a new setup. This is going to be a new... It's a whole new way of me starting the game off instead of my old way. So I have a new idea for how to start my world. I'm going to start with... and I don't like the spawn in, though. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do the spawn in. That's the problem. The problem is the spawn takes 3. I really only want a double lane here. I don't want a triple lane, but it's forcing me to. Because it technically breaks 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 blocks when I spawn. I fell in the lava and died, which is painful. But it's fine, I can just do 3. If we have to, we can do 3. It's fine. It's just that I found that building my old houses, it might be more beneficial for me to go straight up and just build a house without nothing. I don't have to worry about anything. Like, I don't have to worry about trees, anything. I can just go up, start building my house. I can run more of like a speed run, just run looking for things, port back to base, grapple up and build a house ASAP, like and then maybe even do like different houses. I might start doing prison houses, or maybe a little bit more efficient. So okay, well, collect today. Oh, crap. Come on, man, don't do this to me. Move spawn with bed. Yeah, that's what other people have done too. That's not a bad idea. I guess I could make a bed too, but you're not always guaranteed to get a bed like right off the bat of the game. But my idea was that if I just build everything up, I can build all my house all up here. So I can come up like this. I like having the center go all the way to the top of the world. I can build off of this, then I can build off of this up here. I can go way up. Mostly for other reasons. I don't really need to go up there right now. I'm trying to do also what I'm going to do is I'm basically thinking about how to maximize your world as the start of the game. But here, that's what I'm looking for. See, now every time something comes to the center or where I'm at, they're gonna find themselves in lava, and that's very good because that means I can get a lot of things without having to actually work for them. You know, they just. The thing is, you don't spend that much time sitting around your base anyways. Is right there. $21's good because 21's part of my phi number, 618. So 21's a good number to have. So I could build 21, 21, go up. What's my height? My height has to be the right height. This is 30. No, that's not good. 29 is not good. I need it to be 34 high or lower. Yeah, 34 would be better. Or I need to go 21 high. 21 high would be good though. I guess we could go 21 high. What is that? 21 right there? I feel like 21 would be about the right height. If I was to go 21. Yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. That's a 21 by 21. That's what I was learning in my phi the other day too, is that you could set everything on 21. Then from this one you could build off of it. So yeah, this character is 618, so I'm trying to build everything to the 618 codes. The 618 Fibonacci series. The Fibonacci series is 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus you add the previous number. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 5 plus 3 is 8, and 8 plus 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. So those are good numbers that you can use basically. Okay, let's take a look at this. So 21 by 21 looks nice. Looks like a nice, yeah, that's a nice square. I don't know if I need all this in here. I don't think I need any of this. I think actually I'm just gonna loot everything. We're gonna start this over. I don't think I need to go that high. So from now on, I think I will. I'll just do 21. 21 tall looks really good. The good thing is the houses are actually 13. But yeah, the 21 then becomes 34. 34 turns into 55. 55 turns into 89. Then 89 turns into 144, which is a biblical number. That's kind of interesting to me. But these are just the pattern of numbers. It takes 40 numbers. You have to keep doing this 40 times before it becomes a true 618. Now, what 618 is really saying is it's like a straight line. It just goes on forever in a straight line. So I found too that's what's maybe why it is true why we love straight lines so much, because whenever we see things that are flat and smooth, we think it's like more beautiful than like things that are like real like all rigid. You know, now not that mountains aren't beautiful, but we're seeing it from maybe a different perspective. But like if you would imagine things being uneven, they say like it's not as beautiful as things that are more even, more properly so this is a 21 by 21. This is good. This is good. Now what we could do is build off of the 21 by 21 and figure out what's the next number we're going to build. Maybe we should go 21 by 21. A box of 21. We could make another. I think we should do maybe a quarter. Yeah.
Oh wait, I know what that is. I know. How do I get to choose?
Look up, just look up what it is in the code.
Yeah, but what's the best character to do it?
Doesn't really matter.
What are you trying to do?
That modifier. So there's one
Hmm.
It's you can just get hundreds. Or you get like
Wow, these guys really are dumb. They just walk right in the lava and die. Huh.
everything's healed across the board. And change everything.
It's funny, the merchant just runs, jumps in. consider he's with someone. Well,
My right place is pretty small. He comes back.
Is it? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Okay, I mean, sorry, I've been carried away with. I knew it was starting today, but I totally forgot. I've just been playing Terraria. There, I'm working on some stuff in Terraria, doing my base and stuff. So I was like, I'm redoing my whole. I'm making a whole new base. So I was all of a sudden, Jeff's like, "Hey, get off Terraria!" I started laughing. Then I was like, "Oh shoot, I missed that, dude. I didn't even see you were texting me. I guess I'm streaming, and so it's. I didn't realize that when people send me text or they invite me or send me calls, I don't even get them because
Oh, really?
it's streamer mode. I was like the other day that happened too, and I was like, why? I didn't even know somebody was texting me. What the heck? Oh, so that's what's happening. I gotta stop streaming. So here, I'll stop the stream here.